Have any men try to attack you or anything, being a woman?
Yeah.
What kind of PTSD do you have? What is the first order of business that you would need to get back on track and not be homeless?
Stable housing and either a job or a school program. As far as housing resources,
Right.
People forget about that. A lot of people don't have earned income. They don't have children in the home with them, and a lot of the resources that are based for children, children at home, women with children.
Okay.
People who have an earned income. And a lot of these people, they don't have earned income.
Okay.
Or they don't have any like solid basic income.
So let me ask you this: why they don't have earned income? A lot of people think that homeless people are lazy, that they don't want to work, but that's not the case.
Everybody has their own.
Right.
Story.
Tell us. Yeah.
Like people don't. I didn't come out here. People have their own story. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? The events that I go through, that was due to being homeless. That wasn't like I'm not homeless. I'm not homeless because of a certain thing.
Okay.
Certain things happen due to me being homeless. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
certain
I love
habits and certain things that.
Okay, so let's start right there. So my name is As Pharmacist Tish. I'm here in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting today?
Me.
Me. So I appreciate you. Now we already talked for a minute, and you brought, because I was trying to figure out how can I be a part of this, help. And you're saying, like, I usually go where they call the wall, and the wall has plenty of resources.
Yeah, I'm from the wall from I used to be in Tent City.
Right, Tent City, okay.
Yeah,
But
that's how really those people at the wall got their the people that donate, they got their mainstream. Their publicity is from going to Tent City, dropping things off at Tent City. They use that as a network platform to promote nonprofits and stuff like that.
So is it helpful? Are you saying, or are you saying they just do it for their own good?
Some it's just some of the groups were helpful. The ones that continue, to continue doing it. The event, the crisis is not over for the homeless people. There are a lot of people still downtown sleeping on the ground. There are a lot of people that have nowhere to go. I was thinking that it would be a good idea if someone sponsor like rooms, hotel rooms, or either boarding houses. Did a room where 2, 3, maybe 4 different individuals could, constantly. The room would be paid up constantly.
Right. So like a group home setting.
But use a room like hotel room or a housing network that's close by, like a boarding house. But those people need case management. Just a one-on-one. Sometimes you just need a reminder. Hey, these things are going on. Hey, you need a ride to social service. It's a long way from here to the bus stop. There's a lot of distractions. Right. A lot of distractions.
So let me ask you this: so are you from Charlotte, born and raised, or where you from?
I'm not from Charlotte. I'm from the outskirts of Charlotte.
Oh, outskirts of Charlotte. And how long have you been homeless for?
I would say consistently going on 1.5 to 2 years.
1.5 to 2 years. Do you mind approximately how old you are? Because you look young, so I can't really tell.
I'm 37.
37. Okay, look like in your 20s, so that's why I asked.
Thank you.
So, like, how did you end up homeless?
So my situation came about. I was going through a situation. I was living in Charlotte by myself, and I was taking care of things, doing everything by myself. And I had a situation where I went through an eviction. Okay. And due to that eviction, during the eviction, I also got into. I would say a warrant. Got a warrant for an altercation that I had. So during that eviction that I had, I got in trouble for the warrant. When I got out, the eviction had taken process.
Now, why did you get evicted? Why was this eviction?
I couldn't afford it. It was weekly. It was just me. And I couldn't afford to I stumbled, and I couldn't afford to catch up and pay what was owed continuously. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when I got, I would say incarcerated for a week.
How long were you incarcerated for?
For a week or so, and then the eviction took place when I got out. There was no place left to go. So, where the eviction had already taken place. So I should try to shelter in the event of that case took place, or that issue took place, and then I had to go back and do a little bit of not much. I had a probation, back and forth probation. So with the probation, there was no stable housing, so it was hard to get around. It wasn't a good. It wasn't a good. So after you, I don't want to talk about that because that's like it's judicial. But anyway, during that event, I started going to a place downtown called Rooms at the Inn. Started doing Rooms at the Inn, And that's how I came across the people downtown. That's how I came across the resources. And then I went on from there on to do to the city. So
okay.
Yeah.
So what's the worst thing that happened to you while you were on the streets? Being a woman, I cannot imagine. You know, we still have our menstrual cycles. We still want to.
Yes, that's bad.
Yeah,
bad.
we still have our it's still like feminine things we need to take care of.
The hardest thing I would say would be dealing with the males that have an opinion of what the female should or should not be doing.
And what does that mean? What do you mean?
Like,
if you
want to make money,
okay,
men automatically think you're supposed to do something that involves sexual activity.
Okay.
Or to make money. If you're not doing that, they feel like you're out of place or you're not doing what you're supposed to do.
Really?
Or a lot of times and just to be honest, a lot of times that's assumed of females in the street.
Right.
How they're getting money is assumed that they're going to be doing something. They're assumed to be doing something sexual, or their proposition.
Right.
To do something sexual. And over time, it just gets annoying.
Have any men try to attack you or anything, being a woman?
Yeah. They attack you. You have to, like, I didn't bring no pepper spray, but yeah, you have to be very bold and aggressive. You have to be very, very aggressive. You also have to stick together with people.
Right.
Let people know like where you're going, what you're doing.
Right.
I mean, I'm fortunate to my character. I don't want to do certain things that are out my character.
Mm-hmm. So you don't.
I'm not saying I'm judging people.
What about do you any drug substance misuse or anything?
I mean, everybody out here. I mean, it's assumed. Like that's another assumption. I have issues with coping.
For with what?
So coping.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
need to work on my coping skills, which is. And
how do you work with it? How do you cope?
I would just say like anything that I'm doing that's not positive or that's not like dealing with my stress. I'm letting my stress build up and my stress boggle up. And I'm not dealing with my stress, mental health issues.
What kind of mental health issues do you have?
A lot of people in the streets have mental health issues.
What kind of mental health issues do you have?
You're stressed for one. You're
yes.
stressed. You're dealing with issues that you're postpartum. I mean PTSD. You know,
right?
You have something that's went on in your life. You're going through something on your life, and it's
what kind of PTSD do you have?
I mean anything I went through in my life.
Like
I
what?
have trust issues. Anything.
Why?
I don't want to get too deep into me, but
okay.
These people have issues that they haven't addressed. And they're in the process. They're still dealing with those issues, but they're in an atmosphere where they can't focus on those issues.
Right.
Like they need to be sitting down in an atmosphere where they can focus, where they can say, I think transitional housing or sober living is great options that aren't provided.
Okay.
A lot of things. I don't think everybody's not prone to rehabilitation centers. Everybody doesn't want to go into a rehab center.
Okay.
Some people want to feel like they still have the freedom, or they can work on things as they go along.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They want to be able to go. If you took a person out of this environment where they're not here every day, don't wake up here every day, see the same constant things every day.
Good
like
point.
when they wake up, they have something positive to do.
Right.
They have something to look forward to. They have a check that's coming in. They have aspirations. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something coming Friday. Hey, Friday I'm gonna do this. But hey, before I do this on Friday, I'm gonna go get my hair done. I'm gonna go pay my phone bill.
Okay.
You forget about those little things.
Right. Okay, so tell me this. So what is these? So you said sober home living, not necessarily rehabilitation.
Transitional housing.
Transitional housing.
That's a form of it's like a step up. If there's rehab, there's transitional living, there's peer counseling. You know what I'm saying? One-on-one. We need a lot of peer counseling. People think that just because you have a drug problem or you're dealing with an issue, everybody has an issue that they're dealing with. Everybody has a vice.
Right.
Something that they do in excess. Something that could be a problem. But really, we out here on the streets, we don't have time to be dealing with, you know what I'm saying, vice. Yeah, the vice is taking control, or it's too much time to be dealing with the vice or thinking about that vice or that problem or that issue when we have other issues we should be thinking about. So it's a hindrance.
Okay.
It's like it's not taking.
So let's say
if you come in the street, even if you smoke weed, something similar to smoke weed. Really, if you're homeless, you have no business smoking weed because you have that's money that could be put in the pocket towards something else. But that weed is an outlet. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just something simple as that.
So let me ask you this. Let me personalize this. Let's say I come up with a whole bunch of money, and I want to help you out, which I would love to do one day. What is the first order of business that you would need to get back on track and not be homeless?
Me or what?
Just you. Let's just focus on you. Like what would your number one?
I need stable housing.
Stable housing.
Stable housing and a either a job or a school program.
Have you worked before?
Of course.
Like what kind of work have you done?
I have a degree in medical assistant.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. A lot of these people out here have degrees. A lot of these people come from, everybody has a story. I've met people who are millionaires, have been millionaires.
Yep, I have too now.
I've met people who, have good families, who don't have good families. I've met people who have had things that some of these people never even dreamed about.
Right.
They've lost things. I've lost things that some of these people never even had before.
Do you have any children?
I have one child.
Oh, how old is they?
I'd rather not talk about that.
I got you. Yeah. All right.
But it was nice to meet you.
It was very nice.
It's good idea to just don't just assume that everybody's going through the same struggle. Don't assume that somebody who's out in the street wants to be out in the street.
Right.
Some people are out in the streets and they don't even have to be. They're just out in the streets. They don't have to be out in the streets.
Okay.
And they're sort of in the way. They can go home to their mom and dad. They can go home to their. But that's how it starts out sometimes.
Yeah, and I noticed that they just like hanging out, and like you said, they're taking up resources.
It's a lifestyle. Lifestyle. Some people are just attracted to this lifestyle.
Right.
They're drawn to this lifestyle.
But then they get to go back home.
But then some people know this lifestyle is for real. It's not.
It is.
It's a real thing. So you just have to know the difference. When you come out here and you're doing things, you have to take a look around you and say, okay, I'm out here, but I don't want to get to that level.
Okay.
I'm stuck out here. Sometimes some people are visiting and some people live out here. That's
right. All right. Well, you have inspired me, and I want to bring resources out here for y'all because y'all need it on this end too, not just the wall. So I appreciate you so much. It's been excellent. Thank you, ma'am.